2 Megapops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to get 2 million or more pops with a particular tower of your choosing throughout the game or throughout the level. Operation Darkstorm will turn into Operation 2 Megapops once we are through with this scenario. So to start off this, we're going to need ourselves both an engineer and a dart monkey so that we will be able to cover our sixes at the back here and also be able to actually put down our Operation Darkstorm. Whether or not this is ideal placement for both of these towers at the back here, I am not 100% sure. I did this a little bit of time ago before Update 40 released as a sort of a test game to see if it's actually possible or not, but I'm hoping that it's still rectifiable in this scenario. But we need Geraldo first before we can put our ace down, because without Geraldo, we cannot get his lovely items. Isn't it just nice for a change in Update 40 where we can talk about a hero that is not the Undertale boy? Going to delay our Geraldo placement, but I honestly think that, well, we're going to have Balloon Sabbos anyway, so why not place down an early ninja as well, just so that we can get through this? But I'm honestly stumped on how we can actually get Geraldo in time needed so that he can actually get to level 20 on round 99, because with the money we got at the moment, I don't think we're going to go that far in this scenario. But I've always surprised myself in certain scenarios, but it's just round 9 honestly was really difficult. Consistent green balloons. Here we go, we can place Geraldo down now. Is he too close to the track? Yes, he is too close to the track, but that's exactly why we put him down here, so that he can help us pop some of these balloons whenever they get too close to the exit. But guess what? We are not that far away now from deploying our ace. And we're going to go bottom path because we want the center path so that the ace can essentially orbit around all of this track here. And aces can ignore obstacles because of, well, they fly. So that's why we picked the ace for this particular map. We're also going to pick like Juggernaut as well, but honestly, Juggernaut's just a little bit too gimmicky and reliant on all of these boundaries, even though the entire map, besides 2 little points here, is covered in boundaries. I tell you what, I do have a boundary of this particular scenario. Target the pink balloons, please, engineer, set you to strong, please. I don't want to spend any more on useless stuff. I only do like 1 pop. We got through the scenario there thanks to our NG, and now we can place down our monkey ace. Let us put him away, not too far away from the track, but away enough so that we can apply Monkey Village to it, and we can also place down an ace along here. And we're going to be doing the, the Devil's Advocate route of having a stronger stimulant with perishing potions. Round 21 has so many yellows and pinks. The speed of these balloons is actually the main threat, not their individual strength. Lots more darts. We're going to go with sharper darts next, and then the center path. Is it called centered path? Yeah. I was going to say it's called the centered flight path. So that's kind of the other name for it. Let's see now. Round 24. Let's just put a stack of old nails down. Wait a minute, we don't even need to do that because we have our NG over here. Multiple reasonings. Sometimes my genius, it's almost frightening. Can we afford cleansing foam by round 28, or is this going to be a restart scenario? Because if it's going to be a restart scenario, then I'm not going to be very happy. It looks like it's going to be a restart scenario.
I have something new.
84 away, for goodness sakes. Like, now I wish I didn't get this so that I can get an alchemist down so we can acidic. Oh, for goodness sakes. Restart. The leads are the virus, but we, with our acidic mixture dip darts, are the cure to your existence. Fighter plane doesn't do that huge amount for us when it comes to regular balloons, but obviously it means it can now fire at Moabs with anti-Moab missiles. But obviously there are other things out there that can do more damage against Moabs. In Update 40, if you didn't know, Ninja Kiwi has changed it so that with any aerial towers, Jerry's fire used to only like follow or orbit around the airfield or the helipad in which the aerial tower was, well, situated originally. But now in update 40, Ninja Kill has changed it so that Jerry's Fire now orbits around the tower itself and not the base itself. Operation Dartstorm is here. Now, should we go with a village so that we can get jungle drums and then MIB, or shall we go for Berserker Brew instead because of that extra damage? We don't care about range because that's a dummy range for the Ace Tower there. Perishing Potions, don't care about the attack potions, doing more damage to male class balloons. And this is the part that people never read. Strips fortified off smaller balloons. So you know those super fortified ceramics in like the 80s and 90s? It can remove the pops from them. We now have a 2-2 village, number 1 for jungle drums, number 2 for radar scanner, but we do want that guaranteed lead popping power, so we are definitely going to get the MIB once we have the muns to do so. And when we have the muns to do so, we will click either dot or our left mouse click on this when it lights up green. And then afterwards we're going to get an overclock because, well, I fancy more attack speed, thank you very much. Oh yeah, stronger stimulants, there we go. That's kind of more handy right about now. When it comes to our current financial situation, that is more of a benefit towards us than anything else. Also, Permabrew nowadays I largely ignore because of how expensive it is. The only downside we're going bottom path with this particular tower when it comes to like upgrading it is that we don't do that bonus damage to camo balloons, which is what the spy plane upgrade really does benefit from, the ability to see them and deal bonus damage to camo balloons. Luckily, unlike our attempt to try to do a Sky Shredder and Superstorm 2TC, at least we don't have to worry about the lead balloons being an annoyance. I just remembered we can put Jerry's Fire down. Now, as you can tell, it orbits around the Ace rather than the airfield of the Ace. So, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll let you decide. Honestly, I think it benefits the heli more than the Ace. I'm gonna be honest, because the Ace is not always near the balloons, whereas the helicopters, most of the time they are near balloons, just because of how they operate. Overclock is here. And raring to go. And because it's a tier 4 tower rather than a tier 5 one, Overclock has a 100% uptime. First BFB of the day, and it was absolutely mincemeated. Although the regular balloons are more of a struggle than the Moabs themselves. Round 79 is going to be a bit of an issue because I just realized that regrows are going to be a bit of an issue. So once we get to round 79, I'm going to deploy a few 110 monkey villagers around the track so that most of the track is then covered with means so that regrow balloons cannot have the chance of regrowing back. Ooh, this round could be a bit of an issue here. Yeah, it's a big issue. Big issue right here. I really want to put glues under a, what do you call it? A 420, but I just don't have the money for that, really. So we're going to have to sacrifice a few savings here in order to actually initially get some of these upgrades. So Glue Strike is what we're definitely going to need here in order to be able to do that little bit of bonus damage against these balloons. So do that, and also slows them down as well. But the extra damage is so glorious. People sleep on Glue Strike and Glue Storm, I swear. Although the only downside is the fact that, well, it doesn't really last that long. But it does deledify lead balloons, so it means that they are vulnerable to sharp attacks without the assistance of an MIB or the top half alchemist. I think this will be a very optimal position for a Moab glue because they can hit Moabs at the start of the track, but then because of their hitbox, it means that if they are not affected by the Moab glue at all, when they get to this point of the track, it means that we can stick them again once they reach down here. Even though we can't reach over there, their hitbox will mean that we can still hit them. I made a community post about this, but Corvus getting 2TC banned is kind of expected. If he can be afforded on chimps at the very start, on logs, Corvus can wipe out every single balloon between round 6 and 100. Like, no question needed. Like, round 95 is the most difficult, and it's still not something that I've been able to fathom out when it comes to, like, vision, because you have two different phases where vision is required. Number one, the purples and balloons. Sorry, purples and leads. And then number two, you also have the DDTs as well. So how on earth can you time the vision to be able to recover quickly enough so that then you can target the DDTs? That is where I am struggling with when it comes to logs with that particular scenario. And also just remember that we don't have Jerry's Fire anymore, which is a little shag. Okay, we need the glue strike to recover for round 76. Let's see. Can we do this? Can we do this? I believe we can. Can we? Don't let them regrow. There we go. Okay, I'm going to hold off on Relentless Glow, solely because I am going to need some 110 monkey villagers around the track so that we can counter the regrow annoyances of round 79. A worthy sacrifice indeed, and a costly one, but very needed. So, hold on. I wonder if this is going to be enough. There's still this midsection here, but as long as they're not slowing down too much once they get over to this portion of the map, we should be okay. We've got one village there, we've got one village there, we've got a village here, and also by default as well, this village also acts as a regrow blocker as well. I wonder if I said regrow farm rather than regrow blocker this entire time, and if I've done so, then my apologies. Also, Corvus can create regrow farms as well. Round 78, what can we do on this round? Blue strike, just like that. They receive bonus damage. The only downside with bottom path is that it doesn't stick to all layers, so that's the only reason why you'd go with a 140 over a 042. Because of the fact that with the top path glue gun, as long as you don't go corrosive glue and just stick with glue soak, it just means that it's down to the timing rather than going through enough layers in order to then make the glue status go away. Let's see, the other wave. Oh crikey, I need to slow these down. Okay, so this is where the sacrifice comes into play when it comes to these regrow blockers. We need these, otherwise we will be swarmed right now with just a huge amount of regrow farms here, which is not what we require at all for this particular scenario. They're already making their way to near the end of the track here, which is not ideal, but they've only got this midsection here to worry about. But these villages used as now were necessary for this round, otherwise our computer will die. Round 80, 0MG, and we got ourselves a wonderful turtle. I like turtles. I also like our Darkstorm over here too, doing all this damage. What I hope to do by the end of this year is to have a 2 Megapops scenario, at least one video on every single beginner map of the game. So, not just doing them on Resort or Logs or Cubism. I've only done one on Scrapyard. I've done 1-2 Tree with Arcane Spike. Done Carved with Apache Dart shit. Done some intermediate maps as well. Ultra Juggernaut with Moon Landing. Done like Apache Prime. I can't unthink when I think Apache Prime is a transformer. 92. What do we have here? A bunch of fortified BFBs, but thanks to our supreme might, they are no match for us. Like, not whatsoever. So our next phase of this particular game are Sabos. 4 of them, so that we can have 100% uptime on Sabos. Still, this description is false. It's not all balloons. It's just balloons that are spawned on the track and that they're not propped in such a way so that they are now children balloons from a Moab class balloon. Almost forgot, now that we have the better sharpening stone, we're going to start applying this to the ace now so that all of our darts have more pierce, but more damage is the better upgrade to it. So that's why I never got sharpening stone originally, because it only provided more pierce. But we had plenty of pierce anyways, but it was just mainly damage now. But the additional pierce is nice. Round 85 is going swimmingly well, and we have decimated the ZMGs on that round. Now we just got fortified BFBs on round 86. Just, well, who likes lobsters? They are going into the boiler. Or this boiler just has a sound amount of darts and pain. Round 87 for ZMGs. Like round 85, just twice as painful. For some odd reason, I'm a dumbass and I decided to overclock our overclock and not consider the fact that I don't need to overclock the tower that provides the overclock in the first place. Also, we're near the end of round 88 as well. Just these two ZMGs left, so let's not place these in the range of our alchemists, thank you very much. Let us just put these within the ranges of, well, one another, so that if, for some odd reason, the balloons get far enough into the track, well, they have that +4 in shinobi tactics. But that's more ideal for a Demon Masked Master Bomber. 89. And also as well, a Shuriken Frenzy Grandmaster Ninja. Believe it or not, I'm quite confident against the DETs. I don't think they're going to get past yes, not even, let's see, 1, 2, not even getting up to the third bend. That's pretty impressive. Or the third main bend. Glue Storm! Ever since update 39, Glue Storm has been such a huge asset into Megapop runs. People sleep on Glue Storm. Honestly, it is such an important tower nowadays. That extra damage is so vital, particularly on towers which have a low damage anyways. Jerry's Fire. Not going to do a huge amount. I would say, like I said earlier, Jerry's Fire following the aerial tower is more useful with the helicopter than the ace, I would think. So because of the fact that, well, the helicopter is always near a balloon, whereas the ace is a bit of a wild card. It just kind of goes everywhere and doesn't care about what you think. It doesn't discriminate amongst balloons. Oh, they're making their way to the very end of the track here. Okay. It's that one time when Glue Storm is not active, but I can't activate it. So yeah, that's going to be very fun to try and counter. Is Pickles going to be worth it, though? I suppose it fires quite quickly anyway, so yeah, we're going to go with Pickles and see how we fare. Holy moly, I think Ninja Kiwi finally fixed the sharpening stone bug. When you get the better sharpening stone, sometimes, or actually all of the time, it just permanently is applied to a tower when you exit and re-enter a game. So I'm glad to see this has finally been fixed, or maybe I am still in a bit of a vicious cycle and Ninja Kiwi never addressed that kind of factor, and we're just still in this in the long run. We seem to be doing better this time, but I am still apprehensive about the negative ramifications on Pickles and the fact that our Glue Storm... Why is it that when Glue Storm is not active for that 10% of the time, that's when Ceramics decide to go... Okay, DDT territory. I hope that room noise was not too exhilarating or annoying, or anything of the above. But I do definitely think, yes, there we go. We've got Glue Storm inactive now. Now the Ceramics are just revving towards the finish line. I suppose it's also a factor that, well, bottom path just provides a further slowdown towards their travel speed. Oh, welcome to the world of flare balloons, where we give ourselves self-imposed challenges because I hate myself. Not really, but I like to test the limits of my skills, really. I like to think that I am a competent player nowadays, whereas back in the day when I started doing 2 Megapops, all I cared about was get the perma brew, get the ultra boost, get the homeland defense. We should get call to arms at some point, honestly. Like, call to arms and then absolute zero. That's going to be our main priority going forward. We've got our sabos up and running, but it's just the other things to either increase our attack speed temporarily or the other things. Or for some odd reason our ZMGs here are dispersed out. Oh, I guess that bug is still apparent with the fact that the glues don't stack properly. No, for goodness sakes. Gluestorm, again with your inactivity for just that little bit. But we obviously can't get primary expertise to further reduce the ability cooldown because of the fact that it will then produce pops. I'm not mad, by the way. Go down to Moabs. This is a good test to see if we can actually do round 96 or not. If we can't do round 94, then round 96 is going to be a bit of a pain. And look how Gluestorm has ended for some odd reason. Now, if they decide to go full pelt towards the finish line, there's nothing going to stop them. But we managed to do it anyways. Yeah, I think for the ace or this particular cross path, depending on where it is on the map and depending on... Actually, I think... Let me revise my phrasing. I think for center path, the change made to where the Jerry's Fire is for center path is dependent on the map. In this case, I don't think is a big benefit. But obviously with a heli, it's always going to be a benefit. But let's say if you're on Infinity, or sorry, Figure Infinite, Figure 8, or I don't think it's bigger benefit for Circle, but depending on the map itself, I think Figure Infinite or Figure 8 is going to be better because they're always around a particular zone of the map. And we should have applied Balloon Sab as well, but I'm such a doofus in this particular scenario. Let us reapply that. We really need to focus our garments here in order to get through this particular scenario. Come on, keep slowing down those DDTs. You see what I mean by the fact that this can actually hit the DDTs over here because of where we placed the Relentless Glue Gunner. Even though it's called a Glue Gunner Relentless Glue because it's a glue gunner and we provided the Relentless Glue upgrade. But I'm still liking the fact we call it the Relentless Glue Gunner because it requires one less word. Oh, they made their way to the exit. That's not good. We done. Good. We done the round. We done it. We done gone diggly done it. Also, Call to Arms is here. I should have got that mid-round 95, but guess what? I don't care. Who's laughing now? Nobody, that's who, because these super fortified ceramics are making their way to near the exit again. Oh, my curse. The curse of the wear balloon. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting balloons. Meh. You see, Relentless Glue is trying to stick to the ZMG, but it cannot because Gluestorm somehow overrides it and prevents us from being able to stick to it. That I hate. Ninja Kiwi, this needs looking at, please. Oh no. Gluestorm, where are you? Again, this cannot apply to the ZMGs. Why cannot they be applied? This is a bug, Ninja Kiwi. And guess what? Gluestorm has ended again. There we go. Round 96 should be cleared up because of the fact that Gluestorm is now largely applied to the rest of these. Please. There we go. Whew. One lonely little red balloon. Oh, two of them, sorry. Imagine if those red balloons somehow made their way through our defenses. Sneaky balloons! 1,700. Let's say 2,000. 3,000. Oh gosh. Okay, 7,500's been stolen. But not to worry. That is plenty of ammo to try and provide us with enough fuel so that then we can lay down a spike storm of sorts so that we can actually get through the rounds. I'm actually thinking Snowstorm is going to be our target, and we're going to have to forget about Answer Zero if we are going to be able to put down a Spike Storm for some bad damage. And that's round 97 cleared. Round 98 is here, and so many balloons to try and counter. How well can we do on this particular round? Find out very soon on Flare Balloons. Yeah, my Dragon Ball Z impression is not what you call top tier. It's actually bottom tier. Like Center Path is bottom tier. But that's just, well, bottom tier upgrades. No, they're making the way to the X, and obviously Glue Storm was expired when it came to its usage of abilities. There's not going to be the fortified balloons that are going to get us. It's obviously going to be the ceramics which are in... Glue Storm, why are you such ass? I should really use Snowstorm in conjunction with Glue Storm when it ends, so that we have a means of halting the balloons in place once Glue Storm ends, so that we have a little bit of recovery. But obviously, I keep trying to time them together so we don't have that little bit of recovery. But then again, their recovery timing is pretty much the same anyway, so yeah, going to be very interesting. Also, I put these down because, well, they might be useful. And put the remaining visibility potion on Geraldo so that these have longer range. Yeah, I need to space out the Glue Storm and the Snowstorm, honestly. This is super close. I need to constantly change the microing of this so it's always at the right side of the map at all times. But at the moment, we're kind of holding them off, but I'm honestly really uncomfortable with our current scenario here. Oh, we need that Snowstorm. There we go. Yeah, that is a much more consistent strategy. Once Glue Storm ends, use Snowstorm as a temporary halt so that then those ceramics, which would otherwise get to the end of a track, will not be able to get to the end of the track. Also, as well, you can actually change the target or the rotation of the ace so that in some ways the ace can sometimes be outside of its flight path. Let's see, do that. We are so close to the end of a round here. Glue Storm again, please. Let's keep this ace on the right-hand side of the map if possible. It's nowhere near use. It's not useful at all on the left-hand side of the map at this given point in time. Just down to ceramics, and we have made it to round 99. We've made it. We've made it. There we go. So, where are we going to be placing these? We're just going to place some... Actually, you know what? For this round, we're going to place that there. Hold them in place temporarily. Use a Sabo. Can we get these DDTs down, please? I kind of want to save the quarter arms for the next round, but just depends on our performance here. We'll change it so it goes clockwise rather than counterclockwise. Let's use a Sabo again because that's going to be useless until the bad player's gone. Come on, blow them back, please. That's what she didn't say. Okay, we have done round 99. Where are we at with this? This is very good, actually. We are in a very, very good spot. Ooh, let's see now. Yeah, I think we're good on that front. Let's use that. Let's just use everything. Glue Storm, so that then each of our hits does extra damage. We're going to use this Carpet of Spikes when it's ready. So we're going to activate that now. And then hopefully we'll be able to use a Reju Potion, activate Quarter Arms again, use that again, and then unleash another load of spikes. And even though the hitbox shouldn't otherwise be able to like ensure that the bad can be affected by the spikes over on otherwise impassable bit of terrain, spikes can do that. So I think we're just going to leave this here. We're not going to be doing anything else when it comes to our Reju Potions. We're just going to allow the Operation Darkstorm to do the rest of the damage here. Just keep on using Glue Storm whenever we can. We're going to time this very well. My mouse is going to be over the Snowstorm so that when the bad gets instantaneously popped, we will be able to then slow them down. We are so close to Quarter Arms. Oh, there we go. overclock there. Again with the snowstorm shenanigans. Come on, please. Operation there we go. Okay, slow them down. And we have glue storm already, which is brilliant. So, oh, let's try and micro so that this is around the ZMG as much as possible. Like, I really want this to get as many hits in on the ZMG as much as we can. We don't want to rely on the wonderful spike storm anymore. We are in very good contention to gain 2 Megapops on this scenario. We just need to be able to hold on to this for just a little bit longer. Let's not use Snowstorm at all. Let's use that for when they go down to BF. Actually, let's use them when they go down to Moab, actually, because that's when the Moabs are at their fastest in a way. No, let's use it now, actually. Call to arms. Balloon Sabo again. Yes, we've got the 2 Megapops. We just need to survive now. They're making their way to the end of the track. I didn't mean to change the targeted priority. Okay, can we do this, please? Yes! We've done it. 2 Megapops. Oh, 2,017,000. That was a very good scenario here. One of the more prouder 2 Megapops I've done, really, because Hedge is such a unique map. It's quite difficult because of all the obstacles it has, but it really is well suited for a tower that can just ignore obstacles or can take advantage of obstacles. So that, folks, is a 2 Megapop scenario with Operation Darkstorm. Do you think I'll be able to do this same scenario but with fighter plane on this map? Well, I'm sure somebody out there has done this already. So with the change to the Jerry's Fire, I honestly think it depends on the flight path itself. Like, center path is a bit hit and miss, so I would definitely think with the Ace, Jerry's Fire benefits more from a figure 8 or figure infinite. But when it comes to like centered path or circle, it honestly depends on where the Ace is situated for circle, and center path, it depends on the map itself. You're going to really need a circular map to fully utilize the Jerry's Fire here. But I honestly think when it comes to which aerial unit it benefits more, I would definitely say that helicopters are going to benefit far more from this change, because helicopters can just, well, pursuit balloons. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to click the thumbs up button and hit subscribe if you've not done so already, and turn on the notification bell so that when I upload a video in the future, you will be notified through the little bell that is situated somewhere on the top right hand corner of the screen, right next to your settings button and that sort of stuff. Monkey Meadows, In the Loop, Tree Stump, I think Scrapyard, done one on Cabin. Let's see, Skates I need to do. Candyfall I've done with primary expertise. Park Path I need to do. Alpine Run I need to do. And End of a Road I need to do. So that's it when it comes to the beginner maps. Like, obviously, we've done ones like Log and Cubism and Resort. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are ever able to use a creator support code whenever you are shopping around, please by all means use my magnificent support code. But I think it's more important, if you are ever purchasing something, just use any creator support code. It's going to a creator rather than the ether. Yes, I'm talking about you, the ether. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.